YouTube. How y'all doing? How y'all doing, babies? Yo, start of a new season. Y'all know what it is. I have to hit y'all with a settings video, man. A little stuff updated from my last video. That last video was an absolute banger. Y'all killed it. It got crazy amount of views. I was so happy, man. Let's see if we can top that one. Let's see if we can do it again. If y'all can like, comment, subscribe, I would really appreciate it. Let's get started in the video. I got some things I gotta show y'all, all right? All right, let's get to it, baby. Let's get to it. All right, guys. First and foremost, let's get into the settings, baby. So, first one, keyboard and mouse. If you're on console, this don't matter, guys. This one's not a big deal. But if you guys are on PC, definitely, and play controller, this is definitely gonna be huge for y'all, okay? So I recommend go here, keyboard and mouse tab. Go right to kill streaks and vehicles. Make sure y'all put armor plate behavior, apply all. Big dubs right here, man. You just hold your triangles or button once and it applies all shields at once. Really damn good. Helps a lot. So you just tap it and you can keep running, doing everything that you're doing. It makes it a lot easier to play on the go. Love this setting. And still season 6 and still not many people know about it. So that one's a good one. Let's see. All right, the rest of the stuff don't really matter. General. All right. FOV. This is a big one. This is a big one that we got to talk about. All right. FOV. The reason why console and PC seem so different is a big thing is FOV. A side note, huge W now. You're not going to have to worry about this if you're on console for the next gen and even for Cold War. Because Cold War has an FOV slider. Amazing on there. And that's a big W for all of you guys, man. So I feel the slider. The lower your FOV is, guys, the more recoil you get. It might not be more recoil, but visually, you get more recoil as you go higher, as you go lower in FOV. So I would recommend if you're on PC, guys, don't go anything lower than 100. I know like 90% of controller players use 100. I go 103, just my preference. But there's their pros and cons. Pros to having a high FOV, no recoil. Main thing. Con to it is it's a lot harder to see people from a far distance. That's the only thing. I know people like Joe, amazing dude, plays at 120 FOV. Kid's a freak. I don't know how he sees, but he's insane on it. You literally get 0 recoil on 120 FOV. But play with it as you wish. Guys, secret setting. I've said it before. Gonna literally give you 0 recoil. I swear it is insane. When you're on the field of view tab, press square and go FOV affected right here. It's on independent normally. Change to affected. Pretty much what that does is it goes less zoomed in. So it makes it so it appears that you have less recoil. It's insane. It feels freaking amazing. You can shoot people from literally insanely far and you get no recoil. PC, big advantages, guys. Console players, I'm sorry. I know y'all be like, oh, like you guys have all this stuff. Like I can't defend it. I'm just gonna be honest. Yeah, you're right. We got a lot of stuff. I'm sorry. It does give us an advantage. All right. So Minimap. If you guys didn't know, make sure you guys are going square. It gives you like a 20% increase to the minimap. Go square, not circle. The rest of this stuff doesn't really matter. Now graphics, big thing here, bro. I recommend, guys. We did a bunch of tests on this, and from what we found out from a couple boys and a couple like tech guys is display mode. The one that gives you the max frames is going to be full screen extended window. We tried all of these, and it just happened to be this one that gives us the best frames. All right, so just my 2 cents is what I think this from testing, playing the game so much. You know, I think that this is probably the best. Render resolution. I would recommend, guys, if you're a competitive player, do not go higher than 1920 by 1080. That's 1080p. Do not go 4K if you are a competitive gamer. If you're trying to get the most frames that you possibly can, I'd recommend staying on this, okay? Do not go 4K if you want the most frames. Aspect ratio, all this stuff doesn't really matter. VSync, definitely disable that. Custom frame rate limit, I disable it. Up to you guys, whatever you guys want to do. NVIDIA highlights, disable. You get more frames. I've learned a little bit about this. Pretty much what it does is it gives you less input delay by putting more strain on, from what I understand, on the GPU. So this game is super CPU intensive, so I'd recommend just leave it enabled. I've tried enable boost. I just stuck with enable just to leave it like that. It helps give you lower input delay. I like it a lot. I actually noticed it when they updated it. Really good. Display gamma, RGB. Now we're going to get to the bread and butter of like what's going to really help you guys maximize frames and everything else. So, guys, I saw a video. It might have been J God. I'm not too sure who it was, but it was showing you the differences between very low, low, normal, and high. This is the main thing that's gonna make how your game look better or worse, right? There's a big difference in visual clarity when you do texture resolution, guys, from very low to low. Big difference in visual clarity, but very little difference in power usage from your computer. So I'd recommend don't go very low, go low. I saw the differences between normal and high, and it wasn't too drastic, but it was a crazy jump in CPU performance. So I recommend go low. That's what half of the people console or controller players use on PC. Low. Every texture low. For some reason, guys, the picture particle quality, I noticed if I turned this high, it didn't affect my frames that much, maybe like 1 or 2 frames, but the game looks so much better. So I put high and I showed it to Lucky, I showed it to Diaz, and they all love this. So this is what we rock. Bullet impact space enabled, doesn't do much to your computer, so I use it. Tessellation disabled, on-demand texture streaming enabled. It was like this when the update came out. I don't really know what it is. I just left it on, you know. Stream quality normal, leave it on that. Shadow map resolution low. Cache spot shadows and cache sun shadows, leave it enabled. I heard it gets you more frames. I leave it on, leave it like that. Particle lighting low. DirectX tracing, make sure you have this off, guys. It's gonna eat your frames alive. Take it off, okay? Ambient occlusion disabled. Screen space reflection disabled. All right, guys, here, big important, this section right here, okay? These last thing, anti-aliasing. If you want the most frames, go off, right? But if you have this off, make sure you go and put film strength to 1, because if you read at the bottom right here, if you read that in yellow, it says if you have anti-aliasing option is not set to SMA 2x or SMA T2x, set your filmic strength to 1 to avoid visual noise. So when you have it off and you have the filmic strength at 0, you get like a fuzziness all around your screen. You don't want that. You don't want that. So what I did, I put it to 1, anti-aliasing off. Makes your game look much better. Okay. World motion blur, guys, don't be that guy. Don't be the Jimmys and Timmys. Make sure this is off. World motion blur and weapon motion blur. Make sure it's off, and film grain at 0. Okay. Audio, guys. If you have an open back headset, guys. So there's 2 different types of headsets: open back and closed back. Open back is gonna be bigger sound stage. It's like what they use at studios. These right here, studio headsets. Use boost low. You can hear everything. This headset is absolutely insane. If you want to see what headset I use, I'll put it in the description below. Okay. Or you can just go to my channel, my Twitch channel, and do ! headset. Okay. If you guys use closed back, so that's Astros, Arctis Pros, gaming headsets, closed back, which means you can't hear anything outside of your air, like around you. Use boost high. Okay. That's what I recommend. Hit marker sound effects. That's all up to you. I use Modern Warfare. I kind of like the way that sounds. It's completely up to y'all, man. There's no really like specific, for that. That's all preference. Now, the main thing, guys. Now listen up. If there's one part of the video I want you guys to pay attention to, it's gonna be this right here. Everything else is not important. This is the most important part of this whole video. Okay? All right, right here, guys. I'm just gonna be honest. There's no need to be rocking 20 cents, 16, 11 cents. No. You don't need to. Unless you're Mutex, who literally has God centering. His centering is literally phenomenal. And to be fair, on 7.7, he's a absolute unit on 7.7 cents. Like, I'm talking about insane, dude. Like, he's played before. He's competed in SND, all this stuff. Like, he's insane. He went to 20 cents, and he's able to pull it off because he has amazing centering, guys. All right? So, I recommend, unless you're like a pro player that's been like grinding the game for like crazy amounts of time, putting in 10 hours a day, like, and has amazing centering, I wouldn't recommend 2020. It's not as consistent. That's what you want for if you want to try to compete in these tournaments, make some money. You want consistency, okay? I'd recommend, guys, please. The highest I would say to go, and that's pushing it, I would say is 8 cents. 8 cents. Don't go any higher than that. What you want is consistency. What you want is to be able to hit your shots. You look at all the pro players, all the pros, let's say Priesta, Silly, all these pro players, Scump, all of these guys, Formal, use low sensitivity. Why? Because they need to be able to hit their shots. You don't want to be playing on no 11, 11, 12, 12, 15, 15. No pro does that. No pro does that, right? So, guys, I'd recommend. I was on 5.5 last season. I changed it maybe like 4 weeks into it. And I was like, you know what? I'm feeling a little bit slow. I need to up it a bit. I went to 6.6, 0.9 ADS, and I've been absolutely frying, dude. I mean, you saw, I don't know if you guys know, you saw all the tournaments we've been doing, how good we've been doing. We won like $12,000 in tournaments just in season 5 alone. So it's been working, you know, it's been working, you know what I'm saying? So I know I hear a lot, oh, what if I rock 12 cents, but I have a low ADS? Okay, that could work, but it's only going to work if you're pre-aiming. It's not going to work for snapping on people. Centering. Guys, if you guys don't know what centering is keeping the cursor in the center of your screen and let's say somebody's right here, automatically being able to turn and land perfectly on his body with your cursor, okay? If you have a high sense, you're going to overshoot. Then once you're aiming down sight, you're going to have to adjust back to the person. Does that make sense? So you want to be able to boom, aim, snap right on the target. That's centering, okay? So the better you're centering, the better you're going to be as a player, okay? So button layout. I play on tactical flip. Tactical, I use this to slide cancel, but I press my R3 to slide cancel. I find it extremely easy. I would recommend, guys, if you guys are playing on regular, on R2s, L2 to aim down sight and shoot, I would recommend switching to flip, because it's a lot easier to L1 and R1 aim down sight. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot easier. It makes it a lot faster. You can your trigger finger is gonna be a lot faster. I would recommend everybody switch to this, unless you have a Battle Beaver. Use code Repulse. Use code Repulse for 10% off. Unless you have a Battle Beaver, guys, and you guys have smart triggers and smart bumpers. What that does, guys, is it pretty much does this. It does the clickies. If you can hear it, their mouse clicks on the R2 and R1. I mean L2 and R2. So that you guys don't even have to press down on the whole trigger. You know what I'm saying? It reduces the time. It's literally just a tap like this instead of pressing down on the whole trigger. I'd recommend to do that. So dead zone, guys. My advice is go as low as you possibly can without getting stick drift. What this does is it reduces the input, like the stick, right? The stick has a dead zone, which means you move the stick to a certain degree, and the PC won't detect it. Your game won't detect you moving the stick. Once it passes a certain threshold, then your console PC is like, okay, I can move now. So the lower it goes, which pretty much is like reduced input delay, if you want to call it that. So I'd recommend go as low as you guys possibly can, man, without having any type of stick drift, okay? So again, like I said, keep your sense as low as possible. Not as low as possible. I'd say 5 would be a little bit too slow. I would say 6 to 8 is a sweet cushion. I know a lot of people playing that. 6 to 8 is really good. ADS sensitivity multiplier, I do 0.9. Helps me be a little bit more accurate, but I wouldn't go any lower. But that's up to you guys. Aim response curve, guys. Please keep this to dynamic. Put it on dynamic. It is stupid broken. You get insane amount of aim assist from far away. I tried standard. I tried everything. I showed it to Diaz. Showed it to Lucky. They all like dynamic. I remember when I first showed it to Diaz, he was like, bro, this is like literally broken. How haven't I not played on this? So definitely choose dynamic, okay? Controller vibration, make sure that's off, guys. You don't want it messing up your shot. Aim assist standard. Scaled aim assist with FOV. Guys, if you're on PC, make sure this is disabled, guys. What this pretty much does is picture that little square right here to the right, guys? I'm gonna move my camera really quick just so y'all can see it, okay? I'm gonna take it off. All right, I'm gonna show you guys this square right here, okay? This square, that little square is gonna stay that small even if you get increased FOV, right? So if you increase your FOV like this guy, it'll stay really small. If you scale aim assist with FOV, that aim assist is gonna grow with you. It's gonna grow with you as you raise your FOV. So make sure, guys, that is disabled. Okay, make sure that is disabled. I'm not kidding. It really does make a huge difference. Okay. Then you go. Okay. So now we'll go. This doesn't really matter. Weapon mounting. That's completely up to you guys. Right here, contextual tap. If you guys are not using contextual tap, use it, guys. Please. You're gonna be able to pick things up and pick things up extremely fast. It's an amazing setting. Use it. Repeat ammo switch. Slide behavior, guys. Another big one. There's a couple ones I'm hearing like you guys have to use. Slide behavior. Make sure tap the slide. Insanely useful. Slide canceling is very easy with tap the slide. Okay. Auto move forward. Don't have it. Auto tack sprint. Auto tack sprint. It is what single-handedly raised my KD probably 0.5, and I have like an insane amount of kills. Auto tack sprint. You can slide cancel around corners. You can break cameras. Guys, I'm going to be releasing a video soon about cameras and how to break people's ankles, how to break cameras in the game. It is stupid. The sooner you guys learn to utilize cameras in the game, the better you're going to be as a player. Okay, I'll put that video up soon. I don't know how many likes. I don't know what likes is good, but comment down below and let me know if you guys want to see that video, because I've been getting it asked a lot on my Twitch channel, and cameras are stupid broken if you know how to use them. Okay, so I will definitely try to include that from now on. I'll try to get a video on that. Okay, if you guys want it, y'all let me know down below in the comments. Okay, vehicle that I don't, and parachute, auto deploy, this doesn't, all that stuff. This is completely up to you guys. This is gonna help you guys get a better drop whenever you're you can get lower to the ground, and you can choose when to drop. It's better, but it's a little bit more risky because you could break your ankles. So that's completely up to you guys, you know. So yeah, guys, look, all this stuff, the rest of this stuff doesn't really matter, guys. Everybody, that's my settings video. That's what I've been using for season 6. We made like 13, I'm not too sure, around there in season 5 alone, about 13 grand off these videos. I mean, off competing. It's been an absolute blast, guys. I highly recommend use these settings, guys. Let me know what y'all think. I would greatly appreciate it. And hey, listen up. Hey, if y'all decide to get a controller, guys, my DMs are always open. I can help you guys get a Battle Beaver. Amazing controllers. You guys get the clickies, all this stuff, you know. I have four buttons on the back of my controller, and I got one right here, 5, and I have 6. Also, Control Freaks, we also got partnered with them. Guys, both of those companies use 10% off. I mean, use code REPOST for 10% off of those products, guys. I love y'all. I'll see you on the next one. Let me know what y'all think about the video. Updated settings, everything. I hope y'all grab something from it. And if y'all want to see that movement video, breaking cameras video, let me know and I'll put that one up, guys. Remember, I always say, if I die today, if I die tomorrow, one thing I want you guys to remember by is loving first, all right? I will see you on the next one. Love first above everything else, guys. Peace, baby. Peace.